Welcome back to another tutorial. This is going to be all about skin tones. We're not going to go over like facial features and stuff just yet, but today is all about different skin tones. I've kept it I've restricted the color palette to like to a small selection. So we have like our general skin tones, and then we have these are like special skin tones, and I put that because it's like, say you're doing a character, I don't know, like an elemental or something, and their skin is like blue or whatever, or you're doing like a more of a mythical character like a Gorgon or whatever. So I added those skin tones in because it's the same concept over and over again on how to do skin tones, and then this one is like more of a paler skin tone, kind of like a vampire almost. So we've got a nice selection of skin tones here to play around with. So let's get right into it. Okay, and before we begin, I want you to separate your layers like this. So we're gonna start off with the face liner. We've got the mid skin tone. We're gonna add the highlight, and then we're gonna add the dark tones. Or like our shadow. I'll put shadow. Shadow tones. Alright, now we have these all done. Let's start off with our liner. Let's neaten up the face. Let's make it a little bit more detailed. And we'll add maybe some details to the ears and stuff. That is basically it for the lineup. So I'm just gonna neaten it up because the scarf is a little bit like in the way. Okay, we're gonna separate all of the highlights, the dark tones and the skin tone. We're gonna separate that into 3 different layers, and I'm gonna do them in 3 different colors, just so that you can see where we're gonna be placing these shadows, where we're gonna be placing these highlights. Now, I'm not gonna be doing some dramatic lighting. All right, again, this is a very simple, basic tutorial. This is just, if you're gonna be making a very generic anime character, these are the points in which you would do, this is where you would normally put highlights or like a general shadow. But for ears, when I do ears, I kind of do ears generally the same. It's just like, and like that. That's it. I don't really put too much effort into the ears. Sometimes I do, but there's no real point. You're just kind of following along the outline of the ear, and then do that, and that's good enough. Honestly, that is good enough for an ear. Mid skin tone. All right, let's just do that as this blunt gray color. So I'm just gonna do this gray, and it doesn't matter, right? If you go over your initial sketch, let me turn this ugly grid off. So it doesn't matter if you go over your other areas, because when we come back to do this, we're gonna go over the skin with the hair. So our hair layer is gonna be on top of our skin layer. So it doesn't matter about being super duper neat. I will neaten it up just for the sake of the tutorial so it doesn't look too ugly. There, I've kneaded it up a bit. Now we're gonna put where our highlight tones are gonna be going. Oh, well, we'll do shadows. Let's do shadows first. So I'll just do a dark gray, just so we can get an idea of what they'll go. Okay, our shadows are going to be going like under here, right? They're gonna be going under the chin on the neck part, and because my character is wearing a scarf, right? A lot of that area is gonna be concealed, and it's gonna be very dark, full of shadow. I always put a shadow on the ears because a lot of the characters I do have longer hair, so the hair's usually covering a majority of the ears. But yeah, I tend to put a shadow on majority of the ear. Of course, the inner ear is going to be the darkest point, always. And then kind of at the lobes, I keep it a little bit lighter. And then our highlight, That's it. This is where our highlight goes. That's it. Just on the nose. We're keeping it simple. And then we can add a blush onto the cheeks. Blush just goes right there. I'm going to change the color of that actually. Make it a little bit more red. Alright. And there's our blush. I tend to let the blush cover the ears. I know, I kind of like it. It gives it a little bit more of a color, a little bit more of a saturation. But these skin tones, right? You can use these skin tones if you like, this color palette. I tried to keep it very simple, very like a small selection. These work out very nicely. I would also suggest if you're struggling a lot with collecting a color palette for your character, just go online and look up color palettes, skin color palettes, and you'll find hundreds of thousands of different examples. But these are just basic, so you want to just keep your characters to the mid-tone, the highlight and the shadow. Just focus on that for now. Focus on where these shadows go, right? Don't go too crazy on trying to make it super uber realistic. I mean, you can if you want, do it, but we're here trying to learn simple. We're trying to learn. We're starting out. So this is our mid-tone, right? This is our mid-tone. This is our shadow. And this is our highlight. Simple. We can use another skin tone, so mid-tone. The shadow. And the highlight. Same with this skin tone. Mid. Dark. Highlight. Even if we wanted to say we're making like a siren, right? Like a underwater siren lady. Highlight. Shadow. Now these are very, very simple. Very simple. Also, right, for the blush, you can change the color of that too. Maybe I want the blush to be a bit more of a purple, right? Because this is a blue skin tone character, so the blush I want it to be a bit more purple. Make it a little bit more of an aquatic theme, you know? I would also suggest, right, with your lineup, try to avoid keeping your lineup the same color throughout your entire image. Avoid keeping it in the blacks and gray tones. Like, of course, it's okay for some areas, like over here on the jumper, right? It's very like exaggerated on the darker side here, and it's a bit thinner in other areas. For the face and stuff, to keep it very soft and very natural looking, I would go in a darker tone of the skin. So we're using this blue. I would go in a very dark tone of that blue, and I would go over the skin. And then the darkest points where most of the shadow is, it's like an almost a tealish black, almost like a teal. I would go over that, but our more brighter and lighter areas, I would keep like lighter. It just makes it a little bit like softer. That's basically it. Also, if you want to just create your own skin palette, this is kind of the best rule of thumb, especially with color. So say I'm gonna pick skin tone. Now if we're doing a highlight, we're gonna be moving our color wheel a little bit up towards our yellows, and then we're gonna go up. That's gonna be our highlight. As for our shadow, we're gonna go a little bit more towards the reds, and we're gonna pick a darker color. That's a little bit too dark, but you get the gist. That's basically it. This is just a really nice way to keep your colors like, to have like a little bit of a variation in color, I guess. That's the best way for me to describe it. Instead of just going up and down like, oh, we've got this skin tone, and I'm just gonna go down to get darker, and I'm gonna go up to get my lighter, but we're just keeping this the same. So you'll find that by grabbing a skin tone and doing this method, your characters tend to look a little bit like a vampire almost, because that's kind of what you do for a vampire's skin tone. You go right over here and you go up and down. It's just a different tone of gray, right? So we've got our mid-tone. This is the one where we went side to side on the colors. Grab our shadow. Grab our highlight. I'll turn off the blush for a second. And that's our skin tone. And as for the other version, and the shadow was that. So there's a little bit of a difference. Not much, but the shadow looks a little bit more. It looks more spicy. It looks nicer. I like it. It looks less flat and less muddy, you know? At least to me it does. Anyway, that'll be it for this tutorial. I hope you learned a lot. Feel free to use these palettes in your characters. If these are not the kinds of palettes you're looking for, by all means, you can always look for a reference. You can always use one that you find online. There's nothing wrong with that. I hope you learned a lot. Subscribe for more of this mini-series. And next week we're gonna try and tackle hands. And I say try. I say try because hands are hard, man. And even to this day, there are a lot of artists out there, professional artists, that struggle a lot with hands. And I'm gonna do my best to try and keep it simple. But yeah, stay tuned for that one. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.